I found some awesome new prepper pantry items at Dollar Tree. Hey guys, it's Jara with Wicked Prepared. Welcome back everyone, and if it's your first time here, welcome, welcome. I've got another prepper pantry haul for you today, and today everything that I have here is from Dollar Tree. This was an unexpected haul. I went into Dollar Tree for one thing, which was dish soap. But you know how that goes. There's plenty of times that I've gone to Dollar Tree for one thing, but I don't think I've ever once left the Dollar Tree with just one thing. The dish soap is on the back wall of the store, so of course I had to start my trip with a wander through the seasonal section on my way. And then after I found what I was looking for, of course I had to browse my way along the whole cleaning products aisle. And then I thought I'd head back up the food aisle just to give it a quick once over and see if they had anything good. And guys, I found so many awesome new items that I was so excited about that I ended up leaving with a whole cart full after going in for just one thing. So these are all new items, at least new to my Dollar Tree and the Dollar Trees that I typically shop at. Because as you know, Dollar Trees in different areas tend to get different products, and the products that they have tends to change pretty frequently. You do have to be careful at the Dollar Tree because not everything is a good deal, especially now that everything is $1.25 rather than $1. So you have to know your prices, and that's where your smartphone should be your best friend while you're shopping. I use my phone all the time to compare prices. I've got my Walmart app, my Amazon app. I have apps for the warehouse clubs I shop at and the two main grocery stores that we have in our area. So I can check pretty quickly how much I can get things for anywhere else if I'm not sure of the price. The other thing you have to be careful of at Dollar Tree is expiration dates. A lot of the time I find things that are close to their expiration date. I don't know if they just get products sometimes because they're expiring. But I guess we really have to be careful with expiration dates just about everywhere that we shop lately because of all the supply chain issues that we've had. A lot of places have been getting in merchandise that's expired or close to expiring because it's been stuck somewhere in the supply chain. A warehouse, a cargo ship, something like that. So always watch your expiration dates. Yes, I do know that those are just best by dates, and believe me, I use things that are well past their dates all the time. So it's not something that really worries me, but if you're buying something and you're spending your money on something as a brand new item, then you might as well get something that has as much shelf life left on it as possible. If I'm buying something that's old and expiring, then I want to get a steep discount on it, and I want to be aware and know that I'm purchasing something that's expired, and I want to make the decision to do so because I'm getting a good price. But even with those extra considerations, there are still great deals to be had at Dollar Tree. So let's get right into it and see what I got at Dollar Tree this week. So the first thing that caught my eye as soon as I turned down the food aisle was this right here, white rice, but it's made of hearts of palm. So this is vegan, paleo, and keto, and you know I do try to eat keto or low carb a lot of the time. Gluten-free, sugar-free. Hearts of palm is something that I have seen used as a pasta substitute, but I've never seen it used as rice. So I thought this would be really good to try. And like the fully cooked rice pouches that I like having around for, you know, any emergency where you might not be able to cook things if you didn't have power and you didn't have fuel, this is fully cooked. So this only needs to be warmed. If this is any good, then I'm going to be really, really excited about this. I did grab 3 of them. If it's very good, I'll probably go back and grab some more. It's good till the middle of next year, so it definitely passes my 6-month cutoff. I like all of my food that I buy for storage to be at least a 6-month shelf life, and that's my shorter term foods. Obviously, I have a lot of things that are good for a lot longer. But this would be perfect for, you know, a 72-hour kit, bug out bag, those type of things where you want food that's already fully cooked, could be eaten without any cooking. And we do rotate those things out every 6 months or so. So I will definitely let you know how this is and if this is any good. Because if you are keto or low carb, this could be a really awesome item. 1 serving has 4 grams of carbs with 2 grams of fiber that you get to subtract from that. So that comes out to only 2 grams of net carbs. The next thing that I found that I was super excited, I was walking down and I happened to notice this ready pasta. I have bought this before. This is pasta that's already cooked in the pouch. So these are great for emergencies because you could eat this without any cooking at all. It really only requires heating. That's typically done in the microwave, but you could also do it in a pot of boiling water right in the pouch, or you could just warm it up in a pan on your emergency stove. Now this is sort of a short to medium term storage item. The expiration, I expected these to be expired or close to expiring, and I thought maybe that was why they had them at Dollar Tree, but they are not. This one I can't read, but there were some that I could read. So these are good until the end of September of next year. So they're good for almost a year. And like I said, they're probably going to stay good quite a while after that. I first came across these gemelli pastas, which isn't a shape that I typically use, but whatever, pasta's pasta. These are going to be great for some of my meals in a bag where I have all of the ingredients all together in a bag ready to prepare. And I try to get some together that don't need any cooking or any heating if possible. So these will be great for that. They're also really just good for us to have around the house because my son is a huge pasta fan. He loves to eat pasta. And so he'll sometimes cook himself one of these if he needs like a quick meal or a snack when we're not having a meal. Now, the one thing I would like to find is individually packaged pasta sauces. These are actually 2 servings per container. So it's not a single serving, although my son would eat one all by himself. But I have seen online, some individual serving size pouches of spaghetti sauce. It's ragu. I think it's called ragu for one. I've seen them online. I've never found them in a store. I looked to try to buy some on Amazon and they weren't available when I looked. I'm going to keep looking because I'd love to get some of those. They do have these single serving little pouches of Velveeta cheese sauce that they do have at Dollar Tree. These would be great to pair with these ready pasta pouches to have a quick and easy mac and cheese that didn't require any cooking or any additional ingredients. And we do have, I know I've showed you guys this before, we do have our spaghetti sauce powder. That's a just add water and it makes up spaghetti sauce. I can make this in any quantity that I want. I could make just a tablespoon or I could make, several cups, however much we needed. So this is what we currently use to make, a small amount of spaghetti sauce if we're just having a single serving. But it would be nice to have some of these in the pouch that are already fully ready and don't even need water. The next thing that I was super excited to find was this rice. Now, Dollar Tree does have a lot of these, already cooked rice in the pouches. These are awesome, just like the pastas. They're fully cooked. They just need to be heated or warmed. You really could do that. You really could eat them without any heating if you were in a dire emergency. A lot easier than you could eat just dry rice. But they have the typical pouches. They have white rice, they have brown rice, they have Spanish rice, they have jasmine rice, and those are all awesome. I do love to have those on hand. But I was super excited to find this fried rice. Mr. Wicked Prepared loves fried rice. This is going to be already all seasoned up, and it has some veggies in it, it looks like, so it's all complete. This is something we're going to try. I did get 4 packages of this. If we like it, I'm sure I'll buy some more. So the next thing that I found that I was pretty excited about was some of these canned goods. Now these are the individual serving cups of Wolf brand chili, and this is a really pretty decent brand of chili. I've heard good things about it. We tried it. We liked it. It's a little bit spicy. These cups were cheaper than they sell them at Walmart. $1.25 is a good price for these, so I got a bunch of these. The beans, chili with no beans, anytime you're looking at Dollar Tree or someplace similar, the chili with no beans is going to be a little bit of a better value because that tends to be more expensive at the regular grocery store than the chili with beans, because obviously the chili with no beans has more meat, which is a more expensive ingredient. That's a really good way to cut down on your grocery budget, is by cutting out some of the meat and adding things like beans. So I did get a bunch of the chilies with no beans and with beans, and these are great because they're a single serving cup. Some of your bigger family members might want to have 2 cups, but they are, easy to open. They have a pop top. You can throw these into a 72-hour kit. You could throw these into bug out bags, any place that you want to have, ready to eat single serving foods. This is great. A couple other things that I found that I was excited about. These Hormel tamales, they had the chicken flavor at my Dollar Tree. That's all they had. But somebody turned us on to these recently, and they're pretty good. We like them pretty well. Some people like them a lot. So this is another example of a ready to eat meal that's ready to go. Just warm it up. If you didn't have the resources to warm it, you could eat it just out of the can cold. And this was a good price. $1.25 was a good price compared to what, Walmart sells it for. And then the next thing I found that I was very, very excited about is this Old El Paso, the green chili enchilada sauce. They had a bunch of enchilada sauces at Dollar Tree that were just a regular size, like a 15-ounce can. I wasn't that excited about that. It was an off-brand, and it was not, a great price for the size. But these cans, for these large cans, These are 28-ounce cans. This Old El Paso, which we do like, it usually comes in 3 different sizes, and this is the largest size. And $1.25 is a great price for this size of can. And so I did grab 5 of those because I'll definitely use this. We like to use them just in enchiladas, but I also have a meal in a bag, an enchilada soup meal in a bag that I can use these in. It calls for this exact can of enchilada sauce, and I'm going to be putting some of those together soon. So this was a great find for me. And the next thing I found was a bunch of proteins that I was kind of excited about. I have seen the tuna pouches at Dollar Tree for quite a long time. That's not even necessarily a great price for the plain old tuna pouches because Walmart has a better price. But I was excited to find these salmon, and they had 2 different kinds of salmon. So I chose the one with the spoon included because I thought that would be handy if you wanted to stick to these. I keep these in my car if I need a snack in the car. You always want to have some emergency food in your vehicle in case you ever get stranded for whatever reason. There's lots of reasons that people can get stranded in their vehicle. They get lost, they go off the road. You know, sometimes you have just a big bad weather emergency that causes a whole highway to become stranded for, you know, a period of time. That just happened last year. But I thought that these were a good find, and I also remember my mother making years and years ago. She made some pasta and she just mixed up a packet of Alfredo sauce and she threw in some canned salmon, and that was delicious. So I did think, you know, you could take those packets of salmon and a can of Alfredo sauce that they do have at Dollar Tree, and you could pair that with a couple of these pasta pouches, and you would have a really nice meal in a bag right there if you like you know, salmon. If not, I think you could do the same thing with tuna. You could certainly do the same thing with some canned chicken. That would be a really easy, tasty meal in a bag. And then I was kind of excited to find these pouches. I'd never seen these at Dollar Tree before. Like I said, I've seen the regular tuna pouches. I'm not sure about this brand. I've never seen this brand before, but just the fact that they are in oil and they look like a really good type of fish. You've got albacore in olive oil, and then we've got yellowfin tuna in olive oil with sea salt. Now, sometimes when you're packing things for emergencies, like if you're stashing these away in a bug out bag or in your car, you sometimes want things packed in oil if you're using them for emergencies or if you're using them for hiking or anything like that, because they're going to give you some extra calories and extra, you know, nutrition with the same amount of weight. So those looked like something new. I've never seen this at my Dollar Tree before. And then I did find these. I found a couple flavors of these chicken of the sea tuna infusions, and these were a good price. I did check against like my Walmart. This is just a smoked flavor, and this one sounded really good to me, cilantro lime. I love that flavor. So I got just one of each to try if we do like these. This one, once again, it says fork included. They are high protein and low carb, so they're a great food for me and really for anybody. And then these couple of cans of they had chicken and ham. This is a deviled ham spread. I actually really like this kind of thing, so these will be good for me. Some of our other family members will like them as well. And these things like this and the tunas are great to pack in, you know, emergency little meal kits, bug out bags, in your car emergency kit, things like that. You'd have to be careful with the cans in the vehicle where it's going to freeze if you live in a cold climate, but or if it's going to get really hot, either one. But the pouches are better for that. But I would pack these in my bug out bag with some crackers to have a nice little kind of a lunch meal. These aren't super new at my Dollar Tree. I have been seeing these for a few months, but I had never seen them prior to that. Now here's a couple of box pantry items that I was kind of excited about. I did find, I've never bought taco seasoning at the Dollar Tree because usually my Dollar Tree has only had single packets of the Old El Paso, and $1 or $1.25 for a single packet of taco seasoning is not a good price. But I found this 3-pack, which makes the packets a pretty decent price. It's cheaper than I can get it anywhere around here. So I did buy one package. They are 1-ounce packages because this is 3 ounces for 3, so that's the typical size. Usually I'm not picky about brands of taco seasoning. You know, they all pretty much taste the same, but I did just buy one of these to try to begin with. And I was pretty excited about this protein pancake mix. So this is different than regular pancake mix. I think that the Just Add Water pancakes are a great thing to have in your prepper pantry because all you need is water and you can just mix it up and just fry it up in a pan on your emergency cook stove, and you can have a breakfast that's really gonna fill you up and give you some good carbs for energy for the day. You could even do a breakfast for dinner type of deal if you needed something easy for that. But having the protein version was something that I've never seen at Dollar Tree, and I haven't really seen it anywhere else either. So I thought that was really wonderful because you really do want to have a lot of protein sources in your prepper pantry. Now this is a pretty small box. This only contains 4 servings per container, which is probably, 1 or 2 pancakes is probably a serving. So this probably isn't a great price compared to pancake mix that you can get anywhere else, or even the regular pancake mix at Dollar Tree would be a bigger package for the same price. But the protein part really did entice me, and so I grabbed one to compare to our regular pancake mix. And so this is our regular pancake mix right here, and you can see it has 4 grams of protein versus 14 in the high protein pancake mix. So that actually is a really good additional source of protein. Everything else looks pretty good. It actually has a little bit additional vitamins and minerals in this Dollar Tree protein one. There is less carbs in the Dollar Tree one, of course, probably because of the higher protein. It's going to have less carbs, and then there's slightly more fiber, just slightly. So I thought this was actually kind of a good find. We'll try it and see how we like it as far as flavor and texture. And if we like it, we might buy some more of this. I'm not sure. You might be able to find a better deal on a protein pancake mix elsewhere. I've never really seen this anywhere else, but I'm sure if I were looking, I might find it. So the next thing that I found that I was excited about, well, I already showed you the Prego. This is nothing new. I've known that they have this. I actually don't usually buy this because my daughter, who is our biggest Alfredo fan, doesn't care for this brand. But I just bought it to show you that meal combination that I just showed you a minute ago. This is also nothing new. This is Parmesan cheese. I just wanted to get a small container because I like putting together the meals in a bag. So I like to have small containers that contains just the right amount for one meal. And so this might be an appropriate amount for like an Alfredo type of meal in a bag that I might do. I just thought I would grab one of these to have on hand so I could do some experimenting with it. Now this one is real Parmesan cheese, but you want to watch out for the bigger one, the one that is, the size of the ones you would typically buy in the grocery store, because that one is not real Parmesan cheese. It's probably got a little bit of Parmesan cheese in it, but it's mostly made up of fillers, and it's not something that you really want to buy if you can afford to get the real stuff. And then this was something I was excited to see. This is a pizza sauce in a squeezy container. I usually buy my pizza sauce in the glass jars, and I just recently happened across on Amazon. It was the Contadina brand, I think, and it was the sauce in squeezy bottles, which I've had, years ago, but I'd forgotten all about it. And I just thought that would be more handy to have for pizza sauce. I was going to order some from Amazon when I happened across this, and it looks so similar, I actually thought it was the Contadina. But it's not. But so I went to Amazon and I just did a price comparison real quick. This is slightly less expensive, not a whole lot less expensive. So if we don't like it, I'll just buy the other brand. That's why I only got one of these so we can try it. Because to get the really good deal, you have to buy a case of 12 on Amazon. So that's kind of a lot. And this is a 16-ounce bottle, whereas the other one is a 15-ounce bottle. So this is a slightly better deal. If we do like it, then we will be buying this. We have had a few pasta sauces that we did not like from Dollar Tree, so I definitely wanted to try it first. So I was looking at the pizza sauce, and it occurred to me, now I think someone actually had mentioned this to me in a comment on one of my other videos about doing a pizza meal in a bag. And I noticed that Dollar Tree also has these crusts that I had never really paid attention to before. And things that are packaged up like these usually have a decent shelf life of at least, 6 months or so. And so I thought it would be fun to do a pizza meal in a bag. I checked out the expiration date on these, and the first pack of small crusts that I saw expired in February of next year, so it wasn't really that long. But I checked out the larger crusts, and I noticed that they had a date of March of next year. So after thinking about it, I looked behind the box that was in front of small crusts, and there was another box behind, and lo and behold, they had a date of April on them. So these pretty much fit into my desire for having at least a 6-month shelf life on foods like this that I buy and put into my meals in a bag. Because you could easily do a pizza meal in a bag with some crust like this and a sauce and some freeze-dried mozzarella cheese that you put in a baggie or a Mylar bag, with a little bottle of water to hydrate the cheese a little bit. And I believe because these crusts are so thin, these are thin crusts, you could get these to cook up and the cheese to melt, probably just in a pan on your emergency stove. in a pan with a lid or a Dutch oven with a lid. So I will probably be putting together a couple of pizza meals in a bag. And that would also be a great thing for one of the kids to grab if they had an evening they had to cook themselves, something to eat. So the next thing that I grabbed was some dairy items. Now, milk is not a new item at the Dollar Tree. I've been getting milk at the Dollar Tree for quite a long time, the shelf-stable milk. It's really one of the best preps that you can get at the Dollar Tree. But this is a new brand that they haven't had before, and the carton's just a little bit differently shaped. It's more of a square than the old ones that were a rectangle. But they have this milk in whole milk and low fat and skim, I believe. They also have some almond milk in the old type of cartons. These are really great to have on hand. They have a printed shelf life of about a year, but like I said, they are good for quite a bit longer than that. I have used milks like this that are a year past their date. The only thing I've noticed is that they tend to go bad faster after opening if they're that far past their date. And sometimes I will get solids in them. It's not like chunks like rotten milk, but it's just some little bits of solids. And so I've come to start straining them through a strainer when I'm using older expired cartons of milk. But this is real milk. It's just made to be shelf stable in these cartons. It's great to have on hand for emergencies, and it can even be handy if you happen to just get up one morning and realize you're out of milk and you didn't have time to go to the store. That's how we keep ours rotated as well. So I got a bunch of those to replace some that we've gone through lately. And then I found this. This is a new item that I had never seen before. These are flavored coffee creamers, and they're the same brand and they're in the same type of container. They're just smaller, so they do have a shelf life of about a year out, and I'm sure they'll last quite a bit longer than that. I'll bet you these would last even longer than the milks because they are non-dairy, I believe. They say lactose free. I think they're a non-dairy creamer. They had this hazelnut and they had a vanilla flavored, and we prefer the hazelnut. I thought these would be really handy to have on hand just for those mornings that you happen to wake up and maybe you're out of your creamer for your coffee, in addition to being handy to have on hand for emergencies. I do wish that they had had a plain unflavored one because I don't usually put flavoring or sweetener in my morning hot coffee, but I just use the whole milk sometimes if I need it in my coffee. So the next thing that I got are some crackers. Now these are something that's definitely not a long-term prep, but these are more of a short-term prep. They usually will last over 6 months, which is great. The whales back there I got, they're kind of like a copycat substitute for the goldfish crackers, which my kids like, and they actually sometimes say the whales are even better. But I just go by price. For a while, Walmart had the large cartons of the goldfish for a really good price, so I was buying those, but the price has gone up on those. So I did a price comparison ounce for ounce, and these whales at Dollar Tree were cheaper than the goldfish or the whales at Walmart. So I did get 6 cartons of those because they're pretty small boxes. That's why you have to compare ounce for ounce to find out which is actually cheaper. And then these crackers here, I've gotten these once before, but I think they're pretty new. They're pretty big, hearty crackers, but they're individually packaged inside. So each of these packages, there's a couple flavors. There's the olive oil and oregano, and this is a garden vegetable, and they're individually packaged inside. So each of these packages has 4 individual serving size packages of crackers, and I like to have these for packaging up little MRE packs, you know, taking say a tuna salad or a chicken salad pouch and an individual pouch of crackers and some other snacks and putting them together into a vacuum seal bag or a Mylar bag or even just a Ziploc bag, depending on how long you're trying to store them for. So anytime I can get individual servings of crackers that are wrapped individually, I like that. And these are great. I've tried these and I like them, and I love how they're packaged for that purpose. And then the final thing that I got was these large canisters of laundry scent booster beads. Now these are definitely not a necessity. Like I would consider for your preps, you definitely want to have laundry detergent, maybe some fabric softener, but the scent beads are probably not a necessity. But because I do like to use these, this is a really large container. So when I can get this at the Dollar Tree, I like to, because lately I've only been able to find the smaller ones that are about a quarter of this size for the same price. These are not the best, but they work okay. And so for the price, because the scent beads can be really expensive if you get the name brands at a different store. So I did get 3 containers of these just because I don't always find them in stock. So when I see them, I like to grab them. And then of course there's the dish soap, the item that I actually came in for. And that's actually not even something I would consider a prep because I don't typically buy my dish soap at Dollar Tree. I buy my dish soap elsewhere. So this is just actually for some snow machines that are part of our holiday light display. And that's why we needed the dish soap, because they actually work best with super cheap dish soap. But if it hadn't been for that, I wouldn't have gone into Dollar Tree today and found all of these amazing items that I'm really excited to share with you guys. Okay guys, that's everything that I grabbed at Dollar Tree on my last trip. Let me know some of your favorite items to get at Dollar Tree, especially if you have something that I didn't find at my Dollar Tree. What are your favorite items to get there, especially new items? I know some people have the Taco Complete in a can that I've seen people finding at Dollar Tree. I would love to find some of those. That's one of the big reasons why I do browse through the food every time that I go into Dollar Tree, because I'm looking for things like that, those things that I haven't found that I'm hoping we might get someday. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, leave me a $sign down in the comments below. I'm Jara with Wicked Prepared. Survive today, thrive tomorrow. We'll see you next time.